Hey guys, I'm Glitter Valkyrie, and today we're going to pull on the New Heroes and Ascended Elincia banner. I was so beyond excited when I saw the reveal for this. They put my favorite Tellius character on the banner and two of my most wanted characters added to Fae, and I just cannot wait to pull today. So we will talk about them as we go along, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so our plan for today is going to be to pull colorless and red and blue and no greens. I'm very sorry to all the Bastion fans, but those three are definitely the characters that I want the most by far. I think that we should probably start with talking about Elincia because I feel like I've talked about her a million times before. She is my favorite Tellius character, and I have been waiting all of these years for her to finally get a staff alt, and I feel like they totally did her justice. I think that the art is absolutely beautiful, and I think she's going to be such a strong unit. My only gripe is that the new B skill and her special are on her and not somebody that I could fodder, because I cannot sacrifice Elincia ever. And so I guess I'm gonna have to wait a little longer to give my other healers some skills, but I think they did the most amazing job with her. And I think that if we get to 40 and we don't get anything, we would have to take her, but I really hope that it doesn't come to that because I really want to get Lucia too. She was actually on my bingo board, and she was my second most wanted character added to Fae, and I think they also did an amazing job with her. I love that they made her different from like other cookie cutter swords that we have. I love that she's kind of a throwback to, I think it was Parody that she had in Radiant Dawn, but I just love that they made her different and that they're trying new things. I also think that her art is amazing, very true to her Radiant Dawn art, and I just really hope that we can get her. But I also really want to get her brother too. Jeffrey was also on my bingo board, and I've been waiting for him all these years, and it's kind of for a silly reason, but it's because I want to pair him with Elincia. When I was playing Radiant Dawn, I specifically played so that I could pair them together because I think they are so cute together. And typically in Fae, I don't like go through all the steps to get characters S supported, but for them, I totally have to do it. They're just so cute, and so I'm really hoping that I can get him too. And so I guess I've covered pretty much everybody, and so we can probably go ahead and answer our viewer questions now. And as always, if I not get to your question, I am so sorry. I will try to do it in a future one. And if you think of a question you want to ask me, just leave it in the comments with #question, and I will put your question on my list. And so our first question today was asked by Fear the Deer and Shadow Ninja 2005. And they both asked how excited I was for Staff Elincia, and then they both had some additional questions. Fear the Deer asked if I'm going to +10 her, and if I was disappointed to see that she wasn't legendary. And Shadow Ninja also asked about the Sacred Stones character that I would like to see the most next. So, to start out, I am so excited that she is here. She is everything that I dreamed of and more, and I would love to get her to +10, but I'm not going to do it right now for a couple different reasons. First of all, it's because we're going to see Xander at the end of the month on the Legendary banner, and I just need 2 more copies to get him to +10, and I really don't want to wait any longer, and so I don't want to go like super crazy on this banner just yet. The other thing is that she is going to show up again being an Ascended unit. Like, I know she's going to be on so many other banners, and so those banners might have either better rates or like other characters that I might want, and so I feel like I should be maybe a little bit cautious right now, but it's really hard. But yes, I do want to get a +10, and I'm actually not upset that she is Ascended and not Legendary because I still think that that could happen. I don't think that it's going to happen right now, but eventually they're going to run out of characters that suit that legendary form, and she totally does, and so I think that we could definitely see that in the future, so I'm really not upset about it. And she's also in the regular pool, so that's really nice. And then to answer the bonus question from Shadow Ninja about Sacred Stones characters, I'm always hoping for a Sacred Stones banner. And if I have to pick a character that's not yet in the game, like at all, I think that I would either go with Glenn or Franz. But if I could pick somebody who's sort of in the game, I would go with Dozla. Because I just want him to have a regular form because I love him. But thank you for those great questions. Okay, please be Elincia. And we get a Sakura. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this next red. Hopefully it's Lucia. And we can go ahead and answer our next question. And this was actually asked by a few different people. This comes from Sensei in Red and Marie Saturn 32 and Octo Gamer Girl. and they all asked about my thoughts on the latest Nintendo Direct. Okay, so I will admit I didn't like actually sit through the whole thing. I just like looked up the things I was interested in, just because I've been so busy lately. But what I will say is that I am most excited for the Xenoblade 3 DLC. I was really hoping that the story was going to be like a continuation of the story that we have, but after seeing that, I kind of don't think that's going to be the case. But I was so excited to see like adult Rex and adult Shulk, and I'm just excited to see more of them. And I'm 100% going to play it when it comes out. But the other thing that I was excited about was the reveal for more of Tears of the Kingdom. I think that it looks absolutely amazing. I'm very excited to play. But I will say my one issue with it is the price point, because I'm worried that it's going to lock a lot of people out of the experience. I'm going to be part of the problem and I'm going to get it, but I hate that it's like locked behind that kind of price point, because I feel like more people should be able to experience it, and I just don't like that. But yeah, I'm going to be part of the problem. I'm very sorry. And aside from Tears of the Kingdom, what else did they add? They added the GBA stuff to Nintendo Online, and I think that it's nice that they're adding it. I don't have the subscription, so it doesn't really affect me, but I do feel like they needed to add more things to sell the product, so I think that that was nice. And they also added the stuff with the Engage DLC, and I did get that, so I guess I can talk a little bit about that. I will say that my favorite of all the bracelets with this wave was definitely Hector. I think that he looks amazing in game. I think that he's a very fun bracelet to use. And I also just loved his map. I just felt so nostalgic playing it. I think it was very true to that map that they tried to capture, and it just made me happy. And then I've also played Soren. I think that he's okay. And then I played Camilla as well. And oh, that is Nina. You know, though she can't break my pity, so it's fine. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is plus attack, all right. We will just keep going. And I was saying that I did get Camilla as well. It took me a while because I felt like her map was very, very annoying. And I really haven't found the best use for her yet, but I am happy that she's in the game. I also think that all the ones that we got are still not as good as Tiki. Tiki's definitely my favorite. And as for the ones that we don't have yet, I'm really, really excited to play Chrom when he comes out. But thank you so much for that very lucky question. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that is Tsubasa. You know what, that is an amazing 4-star special for me. And there she is, age 18. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is minus attack, but that is going to be a merge. I'm very happy with that. And hopefully we see a focus unit soon. I'm getting a little worried. You know what, things can totally turn around. But let's go ahead and answer our next question. And this comes from Gemini the Spy. And they ask, who is your favorite member of BTS? Oh gosh. You know what? Well, I love them all. They're all super, super talented. I have to say my favorite is Jin. But thank you for that great question. Okay, please be Jeffrey. Okay, smoke. That is not Jeffrey. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this next blue and we can answer our next question. And this comes from Luna Serenity. And they ask, out of the cast of characters of Sumeru, which one is your favorite and which one do you like the least? Oh my goodness. I think that there are so many great characters in this batch, but if I have to pick a favorite, I think that it's a tie between Nahida and Alhaitham for totally different reasons. Nahida is just like such a lovable character, so well written, and I'm so attached to her, and I think that she's definitely the best Archon for me. And as for Alhaitham, I just love his design. He doesn't have the best personality, if I'm being honest, but I just love him. I love looking at him, I love playing as him, and he is great. And then if I had to pick a least favorite, I think that I'd probably say Dory, just because I really don't like her design, and I didn't really like her personality either. But thank you for that great question. Okay, please be Jeffrey. Another 3-star. And we get Tsubaki. Okay, so let's back out, and hopefully we will see somebody soon. And let's go ahead and answer our next question, and this comes from Ben FM. And they ask, who is your final team of 14 in the final battle and engage? So I actually haven't beaten it yet in maddening mode. I'm close, but I have not beaten it. But I did beat it on hard mode, so I can tell you that one. And so aside from Elier, I used Diamant. He was my best character by far. And of course, I used Ivy as well. I used Citrine, and I used Alcryst, and I used Chimera and Fogado. I used Rosado. He was great. And I used Seedal. I was very dependent on him. I feel like I'm forgetting people. On that run, I did use Alfred and Celine. I used Kagetsu. And I also used two characters that I don't want to reveal just in case there are spoilers. You do get them very late game, so I used spoiler character 1 and spoiler character 2. And hopefully I didn't leave anyone out. But thank you for that great question. And we have to do this full circle. It's like required. And let's go ahead and answer another one. And this comes from Sothis. And they ask, what do you think about Xander and Veronica's relationship in Heroes, considering that the latter is not a favorite, if I recall correctly, as well as the former's inclusion in the main story, even as occasional cameos? Okay, so I will say you are correct. Initially, I did not care for Veronica, and I thought their relationship was super weird, but I will say that she has grown on me over time, and now I'm pretty neutral on her. And so I really don't mind the relationship, and honestly, any excuse to see Xander always makes me happy. But thank you for that great question. Okay, let's hope that this is Lucia. Oh boy, another 3-star. Okay, last pull, and let's just hope that this is Jeffrey. Okay, Smoke, please, please, please be him. Oh, that is not him. Oh my goodness. So we've hit our 40 and we have to spark, and this is so, so painful because I want them all, but we have to take Elincia. She's truly my favorite. Oh gosh, that art is beautiful. I'm so glad that we were at least able to get her. And we get the thing, and a Florette. And, I should end it here, but I'm going to be honest, I really don't want to because I want some other characters. But also, Xander is at the end of the month, so, oh gosh, I don't know what to do. Okay, I've thought about it, and I cannot leave this pity raid alone, so hopefully I don't regret this. Okay, perfect, 2 blues. And I'm still gonna pull the colorless because I would love more copies of Elincia. And so I think that since we're here, we can go ahead and answer another question. And this comes from Rid PR. And they ask, what are your thoughts on Riku and Manana from Xenoblade 3? And we know that Diamant is your favorite engaged character, but why is he your favorite? Okay, so as for Riku and Manana, I kind of feel about them the way I feel about most Nopon. I don't think that they're very cute and I kind of find them annoying. Not like Tatsu level of annoying, but they are not my favorite. And as for your second question about Diamant, I could make like an entire video essay about why he is the best, but I will try to keep this brief as to why he is my favorite. Firstly, for like aesthetic reasons, he is super handsome. He has the best design in the game. Like I just love everything about him, but I also just love his personality. I love that he is like serious and he has a duty, and he's actually like pretty smart. And I feel like, I know this sounds weird, but a lot of the other characters are kind of like cartoonish and larger than life, and he just feels really grounded and real, and I just love that about him. I also love his supports with other characters. I love his relationship with his dad and with Alcryst, and I just cannot say enough wonderful things about him. And also, he's like a super great unit to use. Oh, but thank you for that great question. Okay, please be Lucia. It's Marth. All right, so let's go ahead and answer our next one, and this comes from Falcon Flayer. And they ask, who have been some of your arena summon rewards? Okay, so I know that my first one was Inez, and I was pretty disappointed about that. And oh my goodness, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I am so beyond excited to see him. He looks amazing. Okay, let's check IVs. And he is plus speed. I am more than happy with that. And of course, we have to pull these last two. Maybe we can reunite him with Elincia. But getting back to this very lucky question from Falcon Flare, I've gotten Innis, and I've gotten Fiora and Leaf. The best one that I've gotten was Flying Olivia. That was the reason that I pull red. But most recently, I've also gotten Myrrh, which was amazing. And the one that I got this week was Brave Lysithea, and that was really, really great. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that is missed. Oh my gosh. You know what? I am really, really excited because I've never been misted before in all these years. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is plus res. I am more than happy with that. And so you know what, now I feel like we can end things here, and thank you so much, Falcon Flare, because that was a super lucky question. So now I'm really happy with how this went. I can't say that I won't go back for Lucia at some point, but at least I could reunite Jeffrey and Elincia. And if you are pulling on this banner, I hope that you get your units a little bit sooner than I did, and I wish you the best of luck. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.